Act like our existence is something quite absurd. We shall go the distance, we will not go unheard. Hold us down and torture, you barely said a word. But now the time has come, we will not go unheard. Ask now for forgiveness, our wrath you have incurred. Stand aside and witness, we will not go unheard. Stand aside and witness, we will not go unheard. Isolation is what you have preferred. Hate and defamation, and we have gone unheard. Act like our existence is something quite absurd. We shall go the distance, we will not go unheard. Hold us down and torture, you barely said a word. But now the time has come, we will not go unheard. Ask now for forgiveness, our wrath you have incurred. Stand aside and witness, we will not go unheard.
Hello and good morning, my crafty creatures. Let me move my microphone a little closer. There we go. Woohoo! Oh, everyone is great. Hello, Dast. Oh my goodness. So sorry about yesterday. I was sitting here around 9:30, doing what I'm doing, and I was falling asleep face first onto my frame here. So I decided that you guys wouldn't want to watch me sleep for 2 hours. So ended up being closer to 5 hours. But yeah, I laid down. I was out by 10, and yeah, I woke up around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So it was I needed a nap. So we are still working on 823. Since there's really only 3 big colors on this page, I'm thinking once I reach, because I went down with the rest of the page, I went down to a certain point. Once I reach that point, as a I'm tired of blue special, I'm gonna work on a dark purple. So that's once I get down, I think I have 4 more lines, and then I'm gonna swap over to a dark purple for a change of pace today. So I have been super busy with projects and work and projects. I almost have a piglet done. I made a Pooh hat. I made a Winnie the Pooh hat, and I'm working on a piglet. And I almost have him done. He's coming out really good for a first time creation. So okay. And because you are here, Dast, I am giving you a free entry to Presents. Because I have been ridiculously unstable in my streaming schedule just because of life and the pursuit of the fuck is this. I decided that for December, because I said I'd do one thing and then I keep getting attacked from left field, that Presents, everybody who shows up will get 1 entry every time they show up. And mind you, there are two versions of Presents that are wild and active. And once I get done the first outswing of this, I'll do the first go around as to what presents are this month. They are going to be a certain assigned item every month now, because I just can't keep up with doing the custom art. So I'm missing someone. So presents. Everybody gets a free entry to Presents, or you can spend the 1,000 points for Presents. Presents will get you a figurine baby dragon. You can pick your colors. Will be custom and sent out to you, baby dragon. Ooh, and that's for the 1,000 point presents. Now, if you're a big spender and you've spent more than enough time here, for 75,000 points, you can get a big baby dragon with no wires. He's a nice plushie. He's kid safe. Mind you, the other one can also be made kid safe if you wanna, but he doesn't have any wires. He's snuggly and plushy, and he. So this is a 75,000. He's about foot tall, whereas the other one is about 6 or 7 inches. Sorry, freedom units, whatever. So, and with those, they can go to you. They can go to a friend. I will get them to wherever they need to be. All. You are. Though, to be honest, right now, Poet is in the lead with 15 entries. Let's see. I recognize most everybody here can spend more than that. Let's see. And Jules, you also get one for being here. I saw the one. Let me see. I check in the beginning and in the end. So if you really wanna, the Let's Play bot is in the chat. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go back to therapeutically stabbing, and I'll let. Okay. I have so I was wild and crazy, not streaming yesterday. I have not shared my wild and crazy work adventures. So if you haven't gathered yet, I have trouble saying no and just letting people sit in their own mess, especially if I have the ability to help. It's one of those double-edged sword traits that I have. But rest assured, if I do in fact let you sit in your own mess, and I have the ability to help you, know that you done fucked up. Because as you're about to hear, I am willing to run my face into the ground to help someone out because I have the ability to. Oh, got 10 seconds till it ends. Okay, so where did my ads cut me off? Okay. So with my work adventures, I am in the middle of a 9-day stretch, 9 days straight. What happened is, for whatever reason, pneumonia is rearing its ugly head. I've noticed it within the crew here. Pneumonia is rearing its ugly head. At work, both the residents and the staff are just dropping because of pneumonia. And so one of my coworkers, so we're mandated to work every other weekend. And do I wish I could get out of it? Abso-fucking-lutely. But when I took the job, I agreed to every other weekend. And it is what it is. So one of my coworkers on Friday got sent to walk-in care by the res care director, my boss, saying, you need to go get checked out. That's how bad she was. When a short-handed work boss sends you to walk-in care, you're bad. And so she finds out she has pneumonia. She gets put on antibiotics and steroids, and res care director says, stay on it for 24 hours. Call us on Saturday, see how you feel. If you can come in, awesome. If not, we'll work it out. She calls in, and apparently it just has knocked her on her ass. So I had said to my res care director, if she calls in because she has pneumonia, I'm not angry with her. I'm not upset at this particular coworker because she has fucking pneumonia. She can't fucking breathe. Kind of important when you're walking around. I do 10 miles a day at work. Breathing is important. Not mad at her. So, was I secretly hoping she'd be okay? Absolutely. And more out loud hoping that she was okay. And she's not. She's down for the count. So I get there. I call my younger coworker because I was secretly hoping she'd be young and ambitious and want more hours, and I was wrong. So Saturday I go in, I'm like, okay, there are 3 of us, 2 carts. I get in, only to find out that the other coworker called in because he just can't work. No reason, nothing, he just says he can't work, even though he was scheduled and agreed to come in. Now, pissed off at him, mind you. Pissed off at him. So, my coworker and I, so there were still 2 of us on. Still 2 of us on, and so we're like, can we do this? Yeah, we can. So we each get 3 carts, and we get it done. It was like back in the day. One of us on one floor, the other on the other. And we get it done. Everybody stays alive. Life is grand. So Sunday rolls around, and I'm like, oh, okay. For coworker who has pneumonia potentially could come in just to try it out, see how she feels. If she needs to go home, that's fine. But we'll start off each only having 2 carts. Nope, she calls out. So I'm sad panda at this point. So we do 3 carts again. And it's at most it's 24 people on a floor. It's not awful. It's just I don't get to be as I don't get to fuck around as much as I'd like to. When I have 3 carts, I have to go in, say, here are your meds. Hey, have a great night. Okay, bye. When I only have 2 carts, I can have a conversation. I can talk about the day. I can be like, so what are you doing? Like I can have a real conversation. So that was my weekend off. Those were my 2 days off because our week starts. It ends on Saturday, starts on Sunday. So when I have a weekend off, I'm actually taking 2 days off in 2 different pay periods, which I hate. I'm petitioning. I'm pushing and using thumb screws to get the start of the week changed to Monday being the first day. So a weekend off is a weekend off. But it's like molasses in January, getting anything done at my workplace. So yesterday I go in, and it's just it's me and the one remaining coworker that's not falling over dying or playing the I don't want to work so I'm not gonna work game, and that game doesn't last very long because they're probably going to be terminated soon. That is the one good thing. The one good thing about my boss is if you don't pull your weight, she knows that the people who are pulling their weight would much rather pull more weight than have to deal with having to drag someone else. So if you don't pull your weight, my boss has no problems in saying, hey, this isn't working out. See you later, bye. Which mad respect. So yesterday it was just me and another coworker, where our coworker with pneumonia is still not feeling well. No, actually, yesterday was her day. No, today would have been her day off. So it's just me and my other coworker from last night. So we are like we're super women. And we're getting it done, but it's exhausting. So I don't have a day off until Friday. Which, Dast, if you're watching, listening, Friday, I would love to do a dual stream with you. Because I am thinking my life is returning to some level of average. I just gotta make sure. I don't want to assume. But I'm doing 9 days in a row. Friday is my day off to get stuff done. I'm hoping to get Piglet done today. I have Piglet's head all done. I'm working on putting his eyes and ears on and shaping his face and then attaching him to his body. I have 2 rows left on his body to stitch up real fast, but it'll happen. And then I have arms and legs to work on tonight. That is my goal for tonight, is arms and legs. But busy, staying busy. Well, I mean, I found out about my coworker with pneumonia at our staff party. Like last year, almost everybody all the residents had COVID. Like it was really bad. Like I was respiratoring it. That's how many people had COVID last year for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like it was ridiculous. So this year we had a party. We did Secret Santa, so I participated. I like getting people presents. I like making people presents when they're like, "Oh, I love that." So I put it in the back of my brain, and I try to make sure that they get at least one smile. Oh, geez. Well, I mean, I think the weather is driving my brain bananas because it's hot, it's cold. I can deal with cold, I can deal with hot. But it's kind of like when you switch my shifts at work. Pick a lane. Do you want it to be warm? Do you want it to be cold? Because the switch swappy thing is driving my body bananas. And goodness knows my body already has enough issues. And so this morning, I actually wasn't tired, so it was kind of nice. But unfortunately, well, I don't want to say unfortunately, but I had to go pick up Kira today. And it's dark humor, very dark humor. So in the past, let's see, oh my goodness, it was 4 years since Rune had passed because I've been streaming about 3. So 4 years since Rune has passed. It's been 2 years for Britta, around 2 years for Britta. It'll be 2 years in April for Britta, and then Kira's this year, and so with the Shepherds, they had honkin' urns, like huge urns, and I have their urns. And then I went to go get Kira, who at the time of her passing was 19 pounds, and she is like little pint-sized urn. So one of my personal projects is I'm organizing their space, and it's going to be funny because there's going to be Rune's urn was honkin', big, like extra large, and then Britta's was large, and Kira's is petite. But I got her back today, and then I had to go get my insulin, which, oh, I've already had a day, and it's only 10:20 in the morning, or 11:20, where Jules is, wherever your time zone is. It's still relatively early for me to have had such a day already. And so my car's being an asshole. Um, I think I have a bad 12 volt, and one of my adventures, maybe tomorrow after therapy, is to go to the place I bought the battery and have them test it. And if it is a dud battery, I need to have them replace it. But I'm just tired because it doesn't take anything. Like, I have a little jumper, and all I've had to do was just attach it, and it starts just fine. So it's not like I will be stranded. But today it was kind of bad where I had it jumped, and I took the jumper off, and the car stopped working, and I was like, this isn't good. Fortunately, I got all my chores done today, and when I got out of I left it running at the vet office, because the vet's office has cameras coming out of places we don't talk about, so I felt relatively safe in the front of the 5-car parking lot, leaving my car running. But at the pharmacy, I did in fact turn it off, and it started right back up again. So it is definitely a sitting for an extended period of time. I leave every 16 hours to go to work. So it's just, if it's not one thing, it's another. I'm sure your peepaw won't go with the dog. I'm sure your mom has other plans, like with my grandparents, and more dark humor. I have three. I have three of my 4 grandparents. 2 are glass ornaments. One is a heart, and one is a green bead that sits right on top of the heart. It's my Grammy and Papa. And then I have a little a little tin with wine on top of it of my mom's mom. So I have a lot of dead things at my house. I'm well protected. And then I have all of the dogs. Like the humans, everybody wanted a memory, so I don't have as much as the humans, but I have all 3 dogs. Which I will be making them into an ornament or a piece of jewelry. I just haven't decided yet. Oh. Hey, that is that if you're gonna not be around, you might as well not be around with your favorite things. Or you might as well be hanging out with your favorite things. I really like how the ornaments for my Grammy and Papa came out, and I know that the company that did the dogs does glass work as well. So it's just a matter of being able to open the containers without crying. To be honest. Okay. Oh, that. See, that's kind of like I don't want people to be sad, but it's gonna happen. Did I really? I did. I really did. my counting error is I learned that I have 2 lines that I'm missing. So I'm dealing with it, and I mean, it's not a huge deal because it's all there's no like detail, or it's just background color that I don't think even the artist would notice it not being there. But here I am, I'm trying to fill it in stitch by stitch, and I'm like, motherfuckers. Who taught this person how to count? Yeah. But I'm getting better at counting while crocheting. I don't have too much drift, which is amusing in my own brain. Okay, let's see. So, I'm almost done this piece of string, so I'm just gonna finish out the thread work on it. And then we're gonna move over to 154 because I'm really tired of dark blues. I know that is most of what this one is, but that's also the reason I have call dance on the other half of the week, is because, well, he does have a fair share of dark blues, which I'm currently working on. He has many other colors coming his way, or coming my way. Alright. So I'm gonna stick to over here because I don't want to jump a lot. I know that at least this area right here, like this open spot, is the color of 820. Like once I get the 823 all done, most of what is left is the color of 820. So it's like, just fill in the blank. There's that. Oh yeah. Well, I would like to say everybody who interacts with me in this medium is an enabler of my crafting habits. You should, because I like to go. I like to walk around and look at the clearance of craft stores, because who knows what they're gonna have. Clearance section of craft stores have some of the most amazing shit. Joann's especially, like Joann's clearance section is like, why do we have a mini house ventilation system? Like, why do we have a dollhouse furnace? Like, some of the wild stuff. I've gotten some of my best things at Joann clearance. Hobby Lobby has some interesting clearance items. I do honestly, I try to avoid shopping too much at Hobby Lobby. I love it, like it's a guilty pleasure. But at the same time, I argue with myself quite frequently about who they are as a company. Oh yeah. Joanne, like, but husband creature will be like, hey, look at this color yarn. I'll hear, woo, and of course he knows what I like. So it's always I love it. It's always it's he is such an enabler, and he's downstairs laughing at me because he knows it to be true. Like, he's like, hey, honey, you still have like 3 inches of storage space in your craft room. You haven't hit the ceilings yet. Oh, I wanna go spend ridiculous amounts of money. It's a wool, it's wool and alpaca. Yeah, it's wool. It's all sheep, alpaca, or llama wool. Like, and it's created on site there. And it's only a couple hours away from here. Well, I don't even think it's a couple hours away. I think it's like an hour and a half in like the middle of nowhere, Maine. They take in all the wool and they process it, and then they turn it into yarn, or they send it back to the farmer who wants it processed, that kind of thing. But it's just, oh my goodness, the yarn there is just amazing, and those would be my pricier items if I were to do that. Like, I like acrylic yarn, hands down. I like acrylic yarn. It makes the sculptures that I like, and it has the color, the bold colors that I really, really like. Now, I sometimes am a super duper girly girl, and I like soft yarn. So I want to make like gonna cost, it would be a labor of love. A snuggie out of alpaca wool with a hood and arms from yarn, from crocheting, just to practice my skill. And I've seen it done. I have to find a pattern. uh, uh, I, I am not ashamed to say I go to thrift stores. That's where 99% of my yarn comes from. The other 1% comes from me buying it and people giving it to me. Um, I think I've bought a total of 6 skeins of yarn, like brand new, but they were all for personal me projects or gifts because I didn't have the right kind of yarn. Mm. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, we did hit 2% today. Actually, we hit it yesterday, um, but I had fallen asleep on my project, so you guys didn't get to know. Okay, so there's that. I'm almost, I'm almost done. I have a nice, like, I think it was initially a camera bag, but it works out as a good yarn bag. Oh yeah. Oh, I have, I have found a person on TikTok who spins their own yarn. Now, mind you, not any interest of me. I like weaving, but for me, the whole spinning thing, not not saying that if put in a bind, I couldn't. I just don't want to. Um, I have so much white yarn from from husband creature's grandmother, that I'm going to be making a ton of custom colors. And I'm going to be experimenting with different kind of projects, and doing limited runs of things that I'm actually good at. Like baby dragons are going to get some limited color yarn colors. Um, I have found that I'm actually kind of good at a little cardinal. uh, I need to see if I have a Grinch green, because I have a fast little workup keychain pattern for the Grinch. That would be perfect for my father-in-law. It's just like a little round keychain that is a Grinch. And I think he would get a good chuckle out of it. But I need to get the projects that I currently have on my plate off my plate. Any orders for Christmas from me are closed because I cannot promise that they would get there in time. I got all of my the last round of orders are going out today. Everybody else who ordered from me, most of them local, got their stuff. Life is good. I'm currently fighting with a piece of string, so that's why I'm mildly distracted. And I don't want to admit, but the string is actually winning. Oh, okay. Well, and I didn't even need to argue with that piece of string because I'm all done with that color for now. I'm moving over to the dark purple. We're moving on to the color of 154. And so it's just literally, it's the circle around here. It's a dark purple. I'll show you in a second. But I just needed a change of pace today, and I deserve a change of pace. And it's my project, so I can. So 154 is this. It's a dark purple. Dark purple red. And this doesn't have a whole lot, it doesn't have a high stitch count in the area, but the reason I picked it, that it could... Oh. Isn't today like a therapy day? Those are fun too. Fortunately, I don't have to see mine till January 17th. When I get another round of, hey, how are we doing? As long as you don't, I'm pretty sure she doesn't mind, as long as it's not offensive. I'm the same. You can call me whatever you want, as long as it's not terribly offensive. It can be mildly offensive, but not terribly offensive. We have to be nice. We have to have a little bit of decorum. What's going on? Yep, that's the only area. So, with this round of color, I'm gonna actually do a way around. Well, maybe. I'm looking at it, and it's not even, it's 20 stitches across, and I don't like jumping, but at the same time, it's not a huge jump. So, yeah. Oops. Somehow I was special. It's so rough. When my eyes get dilated, they have to super dilate them. So they have to put more medicine than I really need in there, but at the same time, I really need it. Because when I was having laser work done, my eyes started undilating halfway through the procedure. So, one of my irises is really kind of neat. Oh. I'm sure she's thoroughly confused now. Mm. Oh, I have a stig. I have. I don't know what a normal astigmatism is, but I have astigmatism on top of my retinopathy. So my eye doctors and I, we see each other a lot. It was kind of funny. I was sitting in the dark last night, crocheting with black, and the maintenance guy was like, "How do you see that?" Now, mind you, I do have vision. I can see shapes, I can read, I can do all of the fun things. But I don't bank on my vision to do my arts and crafts. A lot of what I like right now, I have a magnifying glass and whatnot, and I can see the stitches, I can see where I'm going. But there's also a large level of feel that I use, and that's what I use with crochet. Is because yarn is much bigger and easier to kind of work with, is when, especially when I'm working with black, is I feel the stitch that I'm in, and then I feel the stitch that I'm going to, and I crochet using feel. So I can stitch in the dark. Mind you, it wasn't pitch dark, it was just lower light. Okay. Now we go here to 1 before day. Mm-hmm. I almost had to pull a stitch, but I caught myself in time. Woo! So last night I get an email from Indeed because I still get, uh, I still am searching for a better job. Um, but I get an email from Indeed. My old job opened up because the person doing it is retiring. Huh. Um, and so of course I sent a snapshot to all of my coworkers who used to work there but don't anymore with the question, "Do you think I could handle this job?" They all laughed. One of them actually was like, are you legit going to apply to that?" I'm like, "No, no, they're not paying enough. Like my current, like I have a baseline. Um, I'll run my face into the ground for a bit to at least get a baseline of what I'm currently getting, which isn't a lot." um, but it's nothing to turn your nose up at, pretty much. But yeah, I asked Well, I asked one of my friends who still works there. I sent her the job posting, and I'm like, "What's going on, Dish?" And that's how I found out that the current person who's only done it for 2 years is retiring. And I'm like, okay, not nearly as juicy as I had hoped, but it still makes me kind of smile. It's like I could just slip right back into that, not even bat an eye, but I won't. I won't. They made their choices. I miss that job and I miss its functions, and I miss, well, given I work with half of the 2 people I used to work with. I miss the coworkers. I do not miss the amount of blame and pressure that was put on me for people not wanting to admit their own fault. And I do not appreciate the leadership they put in place because of or in spite of the fact that we had legit HR history together. That's a new level of history. There's history, and then there's HR history. Mm-hmm. Get it all the way out there, maybe. They're over at the Reno house. They are playing with big toys today. I can hear big machinery. So. Oh my goodness. I think this is the area where I'm gonna make it weird. Okay. Because right where I'm working now is like all of the counting errors, so I'm trying to work around it. Would be the best way to describe what I'm trying to do. Mm-hmm. Dooby-doo. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Let's see who's still lurking about. Hey, look! I'm here. Okay. So, no new lurkers to add on to the, hey, you're watching me, you get an entry list. Well, I know you, Dast, and Husband Creature are all still here. So it's all the love. All the love. And I think I'm altering what color this is, just looking at it up against the blue. It's more of a red, it has more red tints, red brown tints than it does purple. But it's still it's still not dark blue, which unfortunately so as long as left field doesn't find me, I will be here Thursday and Friday. Thursday for a long stream with Call Dance Dionysus, and Friday hopefully with Das later on in the evening. But Thursday I'm hoping to be able to pull off a long stream 9 to noon. Hoping. Putting the good vibes out there. So this is what I have left. I have Piglet. Hoping before I go to work today that he will be assembled, except for his arms and legs, because his arms and legs are what I'll be working on at work this evening. Then I have Angel, who is the pink Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, the girl Stitch. I have her body and her head left to do. And I have a Velociraptor to get done. And then that's just my crochet projects. I have one seed bead ornament that I need to work on. That'll take about 6 hours. So that's gonna be the last on my list. I'll get my nice good setup up here. I'll take a cross stitch off that actually might be next week's project thing, is you get to see me work on seed beads. well, not seed beads. They're Miyasuki beads. They are for sculpting. They are super amazing, but super tiny. So now we are back on chart, back on course. But I have a few days to. Okay, so I'm just now realizing, because Time and I have a funny relationship. Next week is the week of Christmas. Christmas is on a Wednesday. I will not be streaming because I don't stream on Wednesdays anyway. Depending on family scheduling, I might not be on the 24th. I will be around the Monday the 23rd, and I will be on Thursday and Friday. So the only questionable day is Christmas Eve, and that has a lot of variables. But it does in fact put a little bit of urgency on getting projects done, at least for the Munchkins. So I definitely need to get Piglet, Angel, and the Velociraptor done. Husband Creatures, Mom can wait a couple days. She'll get her present because I love that she likes Christmas ornaments. So she's gonna get the present. She just might have to wait for it. Because I'm bad with my own time. I'm great with everybody else's time. I'm trying to get all the way. I have 3 more rows, and I'm following a line that you can't see, but I can see on my pattern. It's a 10 block, so I'm doing a 10 block all the way down here, and then the other 10 block on the other side. And then I'll have a color finish on the page. Wow. This is a fun game of fried chicken. I think I have enough. At least for this one line. Oh, never mind. I got excited for a second. Was nothing to get excited. So, we filled in. I like looking at it from the camera because with my lighting and my magnifying glass, I can see up its butt, where the camera gives it that grace and depth of color without having the magnifying glass. I mean, it looks pretty good in person here, but the camera filters it a little better for me. And sometimes I have to take pictures to be able to see any of the details to like see if I messed up or not, because the camera can show distinction a little better. Oh. Highlighted. Oh, now we're going back up here. Go down the other side. Woo! Like I said, this isn't a huge color for the page or anything like that, but it was all in one spot. So I was like, hey, this is a great color to just take a little break. And I lost my sheet of paper that told me what colors would be great to work on and where. I know the three big colors for stream were 939, which we got done. Woo woo! 823 and 820. I know those ones. I knew that 154 was a good either or. Like it's a good color finish for when I needed that little boost to make me feel good about how many colors are in this project. And how much I want to get to some of them. But all the other ones, like, I have no idea. Like, it's gonna be fun. I'm also super proud. I'm on module 7 of 8 for my cybersecurity certification. I've been working on that since, I want to say, October. I really hoped I'd have it done by the end of January. I will definitely have it done. Just time has gotten away from me, and apparently Pixie sees a squirrel or something. Or the mailman picking up the package that is gonna head down to Dragon. I got it all packed and everything. we're all fine. See, as you can see, Miss Pig, we are all fine. We are here. We're fine. Oh, and so there's an ad break coming in about 30 seconds, just so you guys know. Mm-hmm. No, I'm like 3 lines from being done this color, and then I have to find another color or go back to 823. Because I'm not filling up to 820 today. 820 is the secondary monster color in this project. Every page this project that we work on will have ridiculous amounts of 939, 820, and 823. Once it starts fleshing out a little bit more, it'll look better. The first page is always the most boring. Honestly, I don't even like for Heaven and Earth. They have the hey monthly rollout progress things. Like for the first page, I'm like eh. All the way back there. Mm-hmm. 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 There are like 5 lines left in this color. Makes me sad because it was nice. It was nice to take a break from a color. It was nice to actually have a color. But legitimately, all the other colors on this page are like 3 stitches, and they're all over the place. So I I opt to be like, nah. I'll get those done in the background. Like yesterday, I got one of my favorite colors. If you ever need a DMC color code to one of my favorite colors, 550. It is a royal purple. Call Dance will be using a lot of it in the grapes. Mind you, not as dingleberries, but the grapes. So I'm super thrilled that I get to use one of my favorite colors a lot. But there was like one spot there, like then another spot halfway across the page. So that's where a lot of the color in this page is. The other pages do have more bursts because as we get across and down, it is more into the galactic face of the wolf, and super pumped about getting there. But I gotta do the groundwork to get to the fun part. And there's no filament. There is no filament in either of my monster projects. None. Mhm. Mm. Ah, 2 more rows. But this next one, there's that. Oh, filament is yucky. So yucky. It's actually it's one of the reasons that I didn't pick the. This one came in a mini version, which instead of being 286,000 stitches was closer to 100,000 stitches. It was significantly smaller, but it had filament in it, and I was like, no, he's getting the husband creature's getting the giant one because filament sucks. That, and I like, even though they're ridiculous to frame, like oh, did I do? Oh, I did do the wrong hole. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's that one. This one gets other hatch. Okay, we are done. 154 on the page. Filled in quite a nice little spot there. Unfortunately, like every little color left in here is a different, like every little spot left in there is like a different color. Ah. Okay. You know. Mm-hmm. 154 on the page is done. I get to put 154 back and then make choices. I have nothing against the dark blue. I'm just tired of it. Let's see if I can find the other color that there was only 2 colors that had like good clumping that weren't one of the 3 big blues. Let's see if I can find it, because I lost my piece of paper that told me what it was. That's what happens when I clean. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit here. Oh, I forgot 3 stitches. I'm gonna have to be a pain in the ass, because I had to change. Oh, actually no, I should have enough there. So I missed 3 stitches down there. That's what happens when I don't zoom out. Ugh. I also can't wait till I'm not working at the very top of the project. I know, can't really see the 3 stitches I'm working on, but rest assured, it's 3 stitches. And done. Okay. Kind of nice. Just like we are very close to finishing page 1. We will not get it done by the end of the year, but we are ridiculously close to getting page 1 finished. I'm just kind of, I think it was a 300. Oh, wow. No, that's not it. Only problem is we're still at the very beginning of the project, so I have to go through all of the colors to figure out which one has potential. Well, actually, that's still a dark. I'm in dark blue hell. Okay, that's 820. That's what I was working on. Don't have any of the real cool colors yet. Like there's bright oranges in here, like, oh my goodness. Ah, there's no dice. Totally looking like we're going back to 823. Yep, going back to 823. That's the best one we got. There we go. Ugh. Mhm. So, for the closeout, I'm going to be focusing in on this stripe right here. It's about, I don't know, doable. Oh. Really makes all the other colors pop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the row that I'm working in right now is my is the is where the biggest area of the counting mistake is, which that's fine. It's all the one color that it's all the 823. So oh. Mm. I think Dragon's package was picked up. What it kind of sounds like. Well, 3 lines. Just mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I also think I have a package that I'm expecting with some Christmas presents in it. So this is great. We might actually hit. We might hit 300 stitches today, which I'm kind of impressed with. It's been a while since I've gotten over 300. I think I've gotten 200 the past couple weeks. Okay. Next. Doopy-doo. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. Hmm. Doopy-doo. Bless you. Good way to test time delay. I'm kind of excited. I get to open presents when I go downstairs. Keep fight with knots. That's not. No more. What? I think I'm gonna make the diet. I'm going over to here. I'm stopping the quest down here, and I'm gonna go over here. Let's see. Oh. And with me doing this area where I'm working in, I'll be able to pick up a few of the little colors later on without having to count a whole lot. Will I have to count? I still will have to count, but just not as much as I normally have. Two before. Oh, ooh, scratching my brain there. Two. One. And then back we go. Probably just gonna go till I'm done this particular piece of string, and then I'm gonna call it a stream. Give the stats. I got a color completion on the page. I got a good chunk filled in. Like I'm pleased with my progress. So and to be real, that's mostly because once I get done here, I can go downstairs and get Piglet further down the trail, so that when I get home tonight, I can put limbs on. I'm really hope with me, collective. Hope with me that the coworker with pneumonia is feeling good enough to come in tonight, because that would give us each 2 carts and life would be fantastic. At least for that 8 hours.
Like a hive. The thoughts intrusive are just bees buzzing to stay alive, distracted and elusive. They collide within my mind, and I struggle to think with my thoughts in a bind, and I push to the brink of insanity. Lost in thought, I wander down a path to my inner world. The complexity leads me to ponder, and the depths of my emotions swirl. Though the bees can get overwhelming, the inspiration they mold in their buzzing I find compelling, a reminder of the power I hold. So I embrace the bees within my brain, even when they drive me insane. For in their chaos, I find a refrain of the beauty and complexity of my inner terrain. You will never understand that this is my norm, and I have chosen to embrace the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm, the swarm.
Right down. This will most definitely be the end of this string. End of this piece. Where's that? Ooh, I even get to end on a row of halves. Which is what I like to do. Hi, Feature. Okay. Okay. There's that. Okay, so we went from exactly 2% today. We went up to 2.11%, which in theory it gives me hope that I might hit 2.5 by the end of the year. That is my mini revised goal. Because I hit the 2% I was looking for. But if I can get 2.5, awesome. If not, I already hit my 2% for the year. Oh, okay. We did 353 stitches, which is pretty amazing. Just a reminder, everybody who was here today got an entry for presents. Cute little baby dragon. You can spend big bucks and get an entry for the soft plushy dragon. I will be back on Thursday, hopefully at 9. If I can't get my ducks in a row by 9, I'll be on at 10. But I want everybody to have a fantastic day. Drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to yourself, or be kind to others without harming yourself. Yes, this is where my brain is today. I will see everybody on Thursday. You know where I'm lurking if you need me.